Okay. We should be good to go.
I'm off.
There we go. We are just in time. The sacrament has already began. The sky will split, the waters will part, and the ground itself will devour the evil that comes to us from the lands of death. Okay. Maybe I should read. Beware, beware the false rulers, their foul walls and rotten logs will not protect their henchmen from nature's wrath. Is that too much? Yeah, that's probably too much. It appears that the restless old man started preaching again. Anyone who stands under the enemy's banner will be crushed by the same unrelenting force that inspires me. All who fall to their knees and devote themselves to the goddess will be cleansed. Prayer and pray to her, and you will be granted forgiveness in death. Hail Ramus, herald of the goddess, hail the prophet, thank you, your holiness, may the goddess save you. Now, brothers and sisters, good people. It's time for the sacrament. The first faithful will bless us. My subjects, servants of the kingdom of the clans, today is a special day, the day we have long prayed for. Today we shall finally wash away the filth from our souls and clean the path of our king. For today, the sacrament will end with a long-awaited sacrifice, which will please the goddess more than all our prayers. Once the goddess asked us meager sheep to repent our sins, but in our pride we were deaf to her appeals. Now she demands another sacrifice. The face of the first faithful, lit by torches, looks like a horrible mask, disfigured by rage and furious triumph. What do you say, Baron? Are you prepared to sacrifice your useless life for these people who you claim to care about? I love that idiot. I love the evil response. I will gut every one of you and hang your entrails around the capital and teach the other idiots a lesson. Oh boy. But I'm gonna go with neutral good. Stop. You don't know what you're doing. Father, what are you doing? Stop. Oh. Tristan clenches his holy symbol of Sarenrae. I'm afraid it's too late for words. Yelling and swinging the weapons, the crowd attacks.
Fight back. Best kind of fight.
Oh god, wait, so did that scene actually take up the entire... Oh, son of a biscuit. Oh, alright, well, let's go, let's do this. Damn it, the goddess will know of your betrayal. Christian's forehead is sweating and he breathes heavily as his eyes scan the battleground. I can't believe everything turned out like this. Priest gulps and closes his eyes as if trying to summon his courage. Are you alright? Christian hesitates a moment. Yes. No. No, I am not alright. I'll never get used to how quickly a peaceful conversation can turn into a bloody battle. This was so cruel and pointless. Christian forces something resembling a smile. Don't worry, I'll gather myself now. Hey Cart, we have to catch the culprits who escaped. It is too early to grieve for the fallen. It was a trap. You may not have noticed, but the first faithful's face changed the very instant he noticed you. I think he's been preparing for our visit for a long time. The faithful shouted something about betraying the goddess. Tristan lowers his head and catches his breath. I have no idea what's going on in his insane mind. Perhaps he meant that you refused to submit to his knife. The other cultists are getting away. Please let them be. Their leader is gone, their friends are dead. They're just lost souls led into temptation by a wicked leader. If you are to eradicate this affliction, we must find the first faithful. It wouldn't help even if we tracked down every peasant in his cult. Please let us return to the city and consider how we may find their leader. You're right, Tristan. I hope tonight's terrors are enough to keep these people away from the kingdom forever. Thank you. Their deaths would be a heavy burden on my heart. As soon as we reach the capital, I will seek our former cultists and learn where the first faithful might have escaped. Find me in the city later. Oh my god, that's just like a pile of dead. Like, look at that. That's literally just a pile of dead. Just on top of each other, Spartan style. Good god. And the only two people to have taken damage was Valerie and Knock Knock. Knock Knock with 29 AC, Valerie 4 AC. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, wait, maybe there might be some more stuff up here. No. Nothing. Nada. Zilp. Notch. Whatever. Alright, carrying on. That's unfortunate. It was just a peaceful conversation. Well, peaceful. Go back to the barony, deal with our stuff.
I need to catch my breath.
Quick save here. Enter the barony. Throne room. That way I can take care of this stuff. And after I get done with this stuff, we'll go south.
Not tired.
The throne room is full of people. Your allies stand around the throne waiting in silence as you approach. The atmosphere is tense. Today, you'll be discussing the strange and deadly blight that's recently struck your barony. The gloomy silence is only penetrated by a loud chewing. Knock Knock has grabbed a whole fried chicken from the table and is busily devouring it, ignoring everyone else completely. Jihad folds his hands on his chest. Well, now that we're all here, let's sum up what we know. We've each spent a lot of time and effort to learn what we can about where the monsters come from and what's causing the strange disease. I hope this conversation can help shed some light on the situation. Keston shakes his head slowly. We need to hurry. If we don't find the source of this blight and eliminate it, we may end up with a rebellion on our hands. Let's summarize what we can find up to this point. Jihad, Keston, and Tristian look at you closely. Jihad, the surgery showed that it was magic seeds causing the disease, correct? Right. Judging from the location of the patient's body, the seeds were ingested. It seems likely that they're initially extremely small, almost invisible, and people simply swallow them with their food. Once the seed is in the stomach, it begins to grow and cause the symptoms we've seen in our patients. As soon as the seed gains enough strength, it sprouts and turns into a magic portal, just like a bud turning into a flower. Or Rest will forgive me. Jihad stares into the distance a moment. Something must have possessed me to say that. It really does look like blooming. Each seed tears the body of its victim, just as a flower tears its bud. Keston, we discovered that the Lamashtu cultists weren't involved with the monster infestation. Doesn't mean they're innocent of the other crimes, but the monster invasion at least is not their work. Hearing the name Lamashtu draws Knock Knock's attention. Mother is not to blame here. Told you, but who listens to me? Goblins obviously like having all these monsters around. To them, it's like a sign of Lamashtu's benevolence. And Keston grunts. I'd say they're just excited by anything new that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if they're linked to this story somehow, but I doubt the seeds were created by goblin shablins. Besides, a plan like this seems a little beyond the local goblin chief's intelligence. Knock Knock raises his. Know what I think? I think Goblin King is rotten lice scratcher. Shaman plays him like reed piper, babbles about Lamashtu, then plots behind his back. Can you tell me where these monsters come from, Tristian? The ones that appear because of this bloom. Tristian raises his eyes from the papers on the table. Undoubtedly from some world alien to our own. All the monsters appearing from the bloom are exceptionally large and strong. It would be rare to encounter such specimens in the Stolen Lands, or even on most of Galarian. But it's impossible to say what it is that lies on the other side of the portals that's intent on killing your people. That's all I need to know about the results of the research. So the blooms essentially... Keston and Jihad exchange glances. Tristan continues to dig through his papers. So the bloom's essential properties are strange seeds getting into people's bellies, which causes their disease and eventually creates magic portals. Now we just need to discover where the seeds are coming from. Tristian, who'd been examining the map on the table from the shadows, gives a small cough. If I may, I've noticed an interesting detail. Well, two details to be precise. First, the seeds afflict mostly the villagers. There have been no record cases of diseases within the city limits, except for those who came here looking for the cure. That's right, thus we can assume a common factor in how people are exposed to the seeds. Many villages get their food from the same territory. Tristian slowly shakes his head. I don't think food is the problem. Take a look. We have the most cases of the disease here, and over here. Monsters mostly attack here and here. The cleric's fingers travels down the map, tapping points along a fluid line. You see, the situation is most dire along the banks of the Gudrun River. Everyone examines the map closely. Arrest will have mercy, Jihad exhales slowly. Exactly along the river. That must be where the seeds come from their drinking water. We have to go upstream and find the source of this blight. Knock Knock jumps at your words. Take me! Me! The goblin bars his sharp, cooked teeth. I want to settle the score with the king. Keston straightens up and flexes his shoulders. If you'll allow me, Baron, I'd like to take the lead on this. I'll take the best of the militia with me and sweep the woods along the river. We'll look under each and every rock if needed. Keston muffles a cough. After everything they've been through, these people deserve a chance to discover the source of their misfortune. No, Keston. We have to deal with this carefully and rationally. Go to your people and await my arrival. Keston casts his eyes down. You're right, of course, your grace. I'll order my men to get you ready immediately. We'll await your arrival and then make our move. Keston gives a short bow, turns and leaves. Tristan, how did you find the link between the disease and the river? The cleric glances pensively at the map. You see, Baron, these seeds are not the only sign of something abnormal at work. Remember the ruins where we first met? The glade near those ruins full of huge flowers? Glades such as that tend to appear all over the stolen lands. Seems strange, does it not? Especially if we take into account that the magic seeds and the portals they create look like flowers themselves. Jihad even called this disaster the Bloom. I'd like to research this natural phenomenon and perhaps Tristan stops talking as loud. Hasty steps are heard from the main entrance. Those are hasty steps, buddy. Keston runs to the room. Your Grace, we have trouble. The peasants are rioting. Yeah, that's the only solution these nitwits can come up with. Don't worry, Baron. As long as they're not setting fire to the streets, we still have a chance of coming to a peaceful resolution. If you allow me, I'll go and speak with them, do my best to calm the crowd down. And if peace doesn't prevail, your guards and I will stand with you. Let's go. I can hear their shouting even from here. Ew, that's not good. This is not good. The murmuring crowd takes up almost the entire square. The murmuring turns to shouts at your arrival, and a stone flies out of the crowd and strikes the cobbles at your feet. There he is, out at last. Damn his eyes. Please hear me out before you lynch me. I know you're tired and disgruntled. I am too. Day after day, I and my companions seek a solution to your misfortunes. We've saved so many from this fatal disease, and if gods have mercy, we can save even more. So please, let us do what we can. Return to your homes, to your loved ones. They need you just as I need your patience and good faith. The crowd before you sways and mumbles. People look at one another, talk in a hushed tone, shake their heads and frown. It seems rebels who were screaming and jeering a minute ago lost all their typo. And they go lost all their confidence. Finally, one of the peasants opens his mouth. The crowd before you sways and mumbles. People look at one another. Talk in a hushed tone, shake their heads and frown. It seems rebels who are... Wait. I already read that one. I hate that when that happens. The Baron is right. You really believe this? It's pure nonsense. Don't you get it? We could run the Baron through, but it wouldn't change a thing. He's of more use alive than dead. So be it, Baron. We'll let you pass, but don't forget, we're trusting you with our lives. Find the sword, save our children from this terrible sickness. I've brought a petitioner with me, Lemire Tinch, a famous expert on everything regarding alcohol and the beverages which feature it. Our impatient guest wanted very much to speak with you in person and tell you all about his project. Oh, a halfling. I think. Yep, a halfling. The halfling before you looks young, but his sharp eyes, framed by slight wrinkles, gives away the petitioner's considerable age. Lemire nods politely, sweeping the floor with his barret and showing off at an emerging bald spot. My respects, Baron. I beg your forgiveness for how boldly I sought our meetings, but I could hardly trust anyone with the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to me in a waking dream as I walked your lands. Child. You see, I was traveling through on my way to Brevoy when to my surprise, I discovered a most curious detail. It turns out that many spicy and bitter herbs, which I and my colleagues use in our work, grow wild in these lands. Wineberry, goatweed, gentian. Lemire bends his fingers enumbering the plants, then waves his hand. These names probably tell you nothing about nothing, but to me, for me, this rich list is like a splendid palette, foundation upon which a true masterpiece might be built. Grace, I once again imagined settling in Brevoy, but your lands have truly inspired me, and now my greatest dream is to open a shop in this very capital with a bouquet you can easily gather nearby. I can easily create a new beverage, true ambrosia, for any halfling. Only one thing is holding me back: lack of financial resources. I hope that now, upon hearing my request, you and your respected treasurer will not refuse a humble artisan a little assistance, of course in exchange for a future percentage. I shall eagerly await your decision. Yeah, we're not giving them that. Sorry. If it's just for halflings, no point. Do you want to hear my opinion? This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for the other races. It's nothing like your dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunkards? Well, it's your barony and your business. But remember, if you give this trader the money he asked for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate just like him. I don't care for the risk. Tell Lemire that the answer is no. Jubilas silently nods in response. Ah, Harem, how you doing, buddy? Harem broods and mumbles, then clears his throat. Listen, I wish to give you some advice. Find another advisor. Yes, finally! Who can deal with the affairs of magic. The barony will struggle without a magister. It is dangerous to leave such important issues unattended. Before you appoint someone for this position, I will take upon myself this final case involving wizards and other spellcasters. A group of Nethys priests have arrived at your court to propose an amazing thing: founding a library of magic. Here in the capital, your barony would gain a valuable store of knowledge that would otherwise fade into darkness. I believe this deed is worthy of you and your barony. Don't it? We shall build this library for magic. It will spur the development of magical arts. Yay, I will immediately pass the news to the priests of Nethys. Yay! Oh? A pathetic-looking elf stands before you. His clothes are wrinkled, his cheeks is scratched, and his nose is swollen like he's suffered a heavy blow. He glances around with a hunted look and bows. My name is Sartani. Mistress Nazriel was supposed to have given me a gift for your grace, but I'm afraid we might have a bit of a problem here. Mistress Nazriel has been working hard on a special gift for you, but one of her apprentices, Detail, went mad after he touched the blade that was meant to be presented to you. He grabbed it and just ran off as fast as he could. I saw it with my own eyes. Now Detail is missing. I've come to you in secret to ask for your help. Maybe you or one of your advisors could get to the bottom of this. My mistress would rather see the whole thing buried. After all, the sword that drove him mad was meant for you. For you. The elf eyes you in astonishment. Me, I'm Sartain, assistant of servant of Mistress Nazrieli. She teaches me her craft. I've been dreaming of becoming a weaponsmith ever since I was a child. My father was a master too. His swords were famous. Unfortunately, he went bankrupt while I was still too young to learn. He withered away and never got to teach me his skills, but the mistress gave me another chance. Tell me about Nazriel. The enthusiasm is almost pathetic. I'm Mistress Nazriel's assistant. It's a great honor. She's a genius. Her knowledge of weapons knows no bounds. Although it's scary sometimes, you know. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm happy to serve her. Does she mistreat you? Not at all. She's the most magnificent weaponsmith I've ever met in my entire life. I'm lucky she even noticed me. She's happy, and she's made me so happy. I wish I weren't so stupid and clumsy, or I'd be more worthy to help her, but I try as hard as I can. What gift are you talking about? I don't know. The mistress said I couldn't touch it, but I heard her ask a tale to take it to you. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Okay. This. Rank ups. Support the treasure. Okay, support the priest. Support the treasure. Visors. Boom. Storyteller bro, you're up. Ha ha ha. Oh, I can finally start working on curses now. Oh my god. Oh god, wow. I can finally start curses. Okay, let's start on the least day ones. That's 45, 45, 60, 45, insufficient. Ugh. Another 60, 45. That one's... Okay, let's go with this one. Start project. Okay, that's other rank up, economy. Plus 4 BP per week. Alright, Master Nazriel Princess got into trouble, but she was in no hurry to report it to the Baron. It looks like she's afraid of the consequences. According to Nazriel's apprentice, Sartain, the other apprentice made off with the gift meant for the Baron. This strange case must be discussed with an elven lady. Season of the Bloom. Go up the Gudrun River to find Keston and his militia. It's time to explore the Gudrun River to the east of the capital. That's where those vicious seeds came from. I've got so much to do. The Lone Hunter. I brought... Oh! Errands. Okay. We got so much to do, chat. I'm getting to that point. Okay, so I have 191 days left. Okay, so we could probably start doing this stuff in succession. Let's see if the sweet teeth are back. Plus, we also actually got. Oh, wait! I gotta build a library. Got to build the library. I could have swore that I... Huh. Will be finished in 6 days. Oh, they take 14 days, not 7. I was like, shouldn't they be done already? I could have swore they were done already. Apparently not. Anyways. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade that. And go ahead and upgrade this. And I have no more BP. Get out of here. I could buy some. I have 70 gold. How much would be 200? Uh, 16,000. We can hold off. We can hold off. We can build some up.
Adventures can wait.
Of course they can. We're gonna go sell.
In due time.
Quick save. Main menu. I mean main square. We don't want to go to the main menu. That would be unfortunate. I mean, not really unfortunate, but are you ready for a new quest? Alright, let's go see if the tieflings are the sweet teeth are back. Let's find out. No, they're not. Okay.
Follow if you dare.
Okay, what level are you at? Rank 8. Okay. So, probably about level 12 is when I'll go ahead and level up these guys, so that way we can get that extra point in their stuff. Yeah. Probably, yeah. Okay. And this is gonna go over there. Is infused with a lawful power, it makes the weapon lawful aligned and thus overcomes a corresponding damage reduction. It deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against chaotic creatures. You are holy. Deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against all creatures of evil alignment. I think I'm just gonna keep a hold of this. Like, I'll go ahead and put this here. Because, like, if I start fighting creatures where I'm more worried about damage, because I'll have, like, pretty good hits already, as is.